Okay, first off, I want to thank you all. Let me start with the keyboard first. That's the most important or the most expensive of the purchases. I use the Casio CTK model. Again, that's CTK model. If you go to different stores, Walmart, Costco, whatever, sometimes they change the model number. It might be CTK 2030, 2050 or whatever, but you want to look for the CTK. That's going to give you full-size keys that your kid's going to need. And we also, I really like this keyboard for a lot of reasons. It's very sturdy. Okay, that's the most expensive, so I started there, okay? You don't want to spend any more than about $115, $125 on just the keyboard. All right, here's what you're going to need to get rolling. I'm going to go really quick. One, print out a copy of the textbook for your child. If you got it free, if you registered on the first day, excellent. If you didn't, call the office. But you can always print it out. It is available in PDF format. That's the first thing. Again, very first thing you want to do, get a copy of the textbook so your child can start practicing. Secondly, get a journal. This is where you're going to put your notes from class, notes from practice. This is very crucial. They're going to do some activities, but they're going to need a journal. Okay. Third, an Android app, a smartphone, some kind of smart device where you can access the internet. This is a Microsoft Surface. But you just need something where your child can access the internet. They can also use a laptop, but some device where they can access either the app or the website. Okay, now here are a couple of extra things that I'll just kind of toss in there. I use clothespins because this is a wire book rack. Sometimes the book slips off, so I would recommend 2 clothespins. I'm just telling you what I use. Also, a mini audio cable with 2 mini ends. You can get this from Radio Shack for maybe $4 or $5, but you want one of those, and that's going to kind of work with the smart device. Okay, next, a headset, and again, most headsets have a mini end automatically attached to it, but the keyboard does not accept the mini audio input, so you're going to have to get an extension, which is just basically really an adapter that changes it from a mini to a 1/4 inch. I'm sorry, there are 2 more accessories I want to recommend. One is a stopwatch to time your child's progress. You can use a phone app or whatever. I just kind of like the stopwatch. Also, 2, a keyboard stand. This might be another $15, $20. But think of it like insurance, so your wife doesn't ask you to buy another dining room table. And that's all you need. So I'll now show you how to set it up. Alright, now let's go to the next thing. There's, you got your stand in place. Since I'll be cooking for the next few, KJ's going to be right here in the kitchen with us. Okay, so first off, I'm going to take my keyboard, sit it on the stand. Keyboard is now sitting on the stand securely, and I'm going to take the power and power the keyboard up. Right there on the back, just follow the directions for the keyboard that you got. Next, I'm going to power up my smart device. And you can either go to the K-Piano app or you can go directly online. And that's www.kpianoclub.com. Hit go. And you're pulled up. Right now in the top right hand corner, click on online lessons. Excellent. And here you are. Now you've got the lessons pulled up, and just enter the password on the module that you're going to start with and rock and roll. Alright, this is very important. Take it from me. You don't want to have to replace an iPad or anything like that, okay? Here you go. You got your, this is my smart device. It comes with this little kind of back sort of kickstand laptop or a keypad thing. This is how I'm going to connect it, and this is what I want to share with you. You want to make sure that you connect your iPad or whatever you're using the video to the laptop in a manner where it's not going to fall off. So I do that, and I just hang it right over the back of the rack. If you find some great ways to do it, let us know so we can share with other parents. But the biggest thing is we want to make sure that while you're playing and you're using the videos and the keyboard, that those expensive tablets and those screens don't fall over and break. Okay, so we got it pulled up right now. So I'm going to pull up over by here, and I'm going to input in the password. Okay, now that you've entered in the password, you now have access to your modules and you're ready to rock and roll. Just going to hit play. And that kicks off your lesson. Okay, in order for your child to learn, they're going to need to be able to hear those lessons over the volume of the keyboard. So you don't want that Apple iPad or whatever to compete against the volume of the keyboards. So what we do is we use the mini cord that I was telling you about to go and get the audio out of the smart device and bring it into the keyboard. That way the keyboard and the smart device are both using the speakers that are on the keyboard. Okay, let me show you how. Start with your mini cable, right? And you're going to find the headphone jack on your smart device, and you're going to plug one side of this into the headphone jack on your smart device. Okay, I now have it set up where the mini cord is taking the audio from the smart device and bringing it into the back of the CTK model, and that plug-in for it is right there. It's the mini plug-in right there next to the power supply. It says line in. So now look, when I hit play now,
System talks to you about the keyboard and about
control
how
the volume with the keyboard.
Before we
All right, over here you got a little table area just right over to the side. So when they're doing the first couple of projects, you know, when they need a table, need to write and all that good stuff, the theory piece, they'll have something to write on. So I would have a table area set up for them. Also as well, I've got the journal over there. Now when they get ready to play, you got to transition the smart device off of the keyboard and put the book on there. So that's when they get ready to play the songs in the back. So I want to show you that really quickly. All right, here's a slightly different setup. Here I got the textbook put up here, and I've got the clothespins on the side holding it onto the rack real secure. See, that's the map of the piano looking at groups of 2s and 3s in the textbook, and my module is on the map of the piano looking at 3s and 2s. So therefore I know I'm kind of together. All right. Okay, when your child gets a little bit further along where they're playing sheet music, two-hand sheet music, Superfly warm-up pattern, and so forth, right around the white dog tag level, you want to start introducing headphones then. Not necessarily too soon, and remember, you don't have to put a headset inside of the smart device, because remember, the sound from the smart device is coming out of the keyboard, so you just need a headset from the keyboard, and your child can then, through the headset, listen to the module instructor, as well as hear themselves playing on the keyboard and adjust the volume right there on the keyboard itself. Okay, so now your child is a little bit further advanced. They're playing some of the songs that have been assigned for homework. Okay, now you want to use the headset. Don't use the headset too soon. When your child first starts, you want to listen to what's going on. You want to kind of listen to the instructor and also listen to your child playing, just to try to make sure they're going in the right direction. Remember, the first few lessons, you and your child are both practicing. Okay, here's my headset. I'm plugging it right into, mind you, we have to use the adapter. I'm sorry, let me get that adapter on in there. We have to use the adapter so that my mini headset can fit inside the keyboard. And I'll plug that right into the headphone jack in the back of the keyboard. If you're using a CTK model, it's going to be right there by the power supply. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right there by the power supply. There you go. Student practice set up in all its glory. Stopwatch right there to make sure if it's a 15-minute lesson, exactly 15 minutes of work. Textbook up there available, keyboard, headsets plugged in. And then I got my smartphone or smart app over there. This is a Microsoft Surface sitting on a kickstand, not a laptop. So you can access the information through the web app or online. Over in the back I've got my journal, and we'll talk a little bit more about how you can use that. So that's the setup. Keyboard, book, stand, smart device that can get you to the internet so that you can access the learning materials. All right.